Hello everyone. Right here today we'll be playing one of the RPG Maker 2025 Game Jam games called Road Trip to Hell. It's about you and your husband having basically having a road trip. Something might go wrong, of course, that's obviously. So this might be a hard game, but we'll find out. Let's start. Share recording worse. Alright. This game contains a hot woman, a hot dude, guns, a dingy trailer, and crying. Okay. Would you like to view spoiler content warnings? Hell yeah. This game also contains a bit of bloodshed and characters with questionable morals. Okay, may not be a horror game. Reader discretion is advised. Yeah, reader. Let's begin. And a bit. Let me just have my electric fan turned off. 6 question marks and a triple nut. Interesting start. You wake up, stomach burning with a dull pain. Is it a cramp or is it hunger? You can tell, but it doesn't really matter. Still hurts. And it stops you from getting your beauty sleep. We can't be having that. Now can we? You get up out of bed. Alright. Just gonna save, as always, just in case something happens. 4 question marks, triple nut. He looks to be sleeping peacefully. Peacefully. You don't want to disturb him. But if you just let him sleep, you're not gonna be able to sleep. Okay. Well, with honey, wake up. Okay. There he is. Your lovely husband. Looking into his hard but cute face makes you happy about being the Mistress Adeline Blackwood. To his Mr. Evan Blackwood. Okay. I'm hungry. Get something in the fridge. Ada, could you wait a bit longer? Please. You use your most nefarious tactic against him. The puppy dog stare. Classic. Come on, that's not fair. You know I can't resist. You don't relent. Alright. There should be some food at the gas station. Okay. He gets his lovely arse out of bed and escorts you out of the trailer. The loveliest of destinations on a romantic road trip. The obligatory gas station. Hell yeah. Very, very common, you know. Triple nuts. What are you waiting for? Go and pick some shit out. Nope. Can't leave without getting your food. I want to leave. Get another ending. Okay, that is really fast. Alright. Let's just have the dash be to 1. Okay. Like, let's not have it at 2 then. That's too much. A large bag of meat stands by the cash register. Can't take any cash right now. Last time you ate these candy bars, you vomited black onto the trailer floor. Nice. Maybe it didn't help you that you ate 14 bars straight. Either way, these bars give you very bad memory. So, I don't want to check anything else. A mop. The bathroom floor looks like it could really use this. Okay. Well, that's your problem, Mistress Adeline Blackwood. And every single girl in the room and their games are very entitled. Like, yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure there's no double dialogue. You know, they'll worry at times. It's the food here. You take a look inside the fridge to find all sorts of food. Frozen meals, alcohol, ice cream, pomegranates? I'm not sure if that's right. I have been craving for pomegranates. Triple question marks. Get a pomegranate. Let's see what this is about. Why? Nothing wrong with that. Alas, the fridge is useless without pomegranates. For Tao has taken the lone one into thy wretched hands. Alright. Okay. Got a bag of chips. Got a bag of chips. Can we get more? Got a bag of chips, yeah. Got a bottle of vodka. Alright. Bag of chips. Perfect for cravings. Perfect for the honeymoon. Perfect to murder someone and break their neck. Alright. Let me save here then. As always, anything can happen. Excuse me. The cashier looks up from whatever the hell were they doing. Whatever the hell they were doing. How much will all of this be? He placed the food onto the counter. The cashier lets out the most exasperated sigh they can muster, and began clacking on the cash register. Of course, this exhaustion stops when they announce the total. That'll be $200. Yeah, no, you can't buy this. Your itty bitty charred heart drops. Oh, really? You can't give us a couple's discount? Nope. No can do. You know how the economy has been screwing businesses over. And people like us too. The cashier rolls their eyes. Not good. Cashier person, that's your first mistake. Please? My cravings have been acting up. Even and I are expecting after all. Triple question marks. Triple nuts. Are you serious? Well, since you clearly have the money to pop a baby out in this economy. Your total is now $400. Strike number 2, cashier. Now the husband is angry. And he's gonna take your liver. Triple nuts? No, you're not about to do that to a pair of newlyweds, are you? Huh, of course I am. And that was their third. Triple nuts. Your hot husband points his revolver towards the cashier. You gotta make sure that revolver works, so you gotta give it a good old revolver spin. Towards the cashier. He's determined to get you your damn food through any means necessary. And as for you, cashier, good on you. 3 strikes and... Nice. You're right. Triple nuts. Even looks not the least bit affected by shooting the cashier's brains out. I guess. Oh well. Guess that's what being a serial killer does to you. Oh, very epic. You. Now, this is the man you married. Nothing at all like your dad. A chivalrous guy he was, okay. No matter how much blood is spilled, you still love Evan. And the work he does, of course. Might not be honest, but at least it's hard and fun. Blood is splattered all over the floor. Epic. And your clothing. Triple nuts. Fuck. Frick. You're all covered in blood. It's fine. I've been wanting to make a fashion statement after all. At least let me wipe it off your face. He tries to wipe the fresh blood off your face. It winds up smearing and mixing with your makeup. Hey, how about we clean up the crime scene first? Of course. Well, I know where the map is going to be used now. Not that the cashier's dead. You really don't feel like taking money. Blood. If you didn't have to clean up the crime scene, you might have wound up licking it clean off the floor. No, thank you, please. I mean, it could be tomato sauce though, alternative, if you want to. Blood. Wanting to like interact with your husband though, not the blood on the floor. Right. Let's check out the empty thing. Nothing. The order for the cashier's body is making your mouth water a bit. You may or may not want to spill some ice cream. The ice cream from here probably has slid in it. Thanks to questionable testing. Not good for you. Or the baby, for that matter. Do we not get anything else? Funny that it also goes missing as well. That might be a glitch or bug. Alright. Let's cut mop. Time to sweep some blood. Clean, clean, clean. Yep. Sweep floor, sweep floor, sweep floor. Clean blood. Clean blood. Clean blood. Clean blood. Alright. You know, you could still take some. Alright. Still the same thing. How about this? How about the bathroom? As much as you want to wash up, you should probably clean up all of the blood up first, okay? Yeah, okay. Clean blood. Alright, that's all of the blood cleaned up. There's still blood on both of us. You can probably clean up in the bathroom. Yeah, let's save first. Alright. A very dead cashier. You consider eating him. But you don't feel like making your husband chop him up, right? It will just make everything even bloodier. Upon closer examination, you find a sheet of paper. Scribbled on it is bathroom door code. Oh, well. Aha, that was easy. The code is soda, ice cream, chicken nuggets, and juice. Don't look so down. This will be easy to figure out. Soda, ice cream, chicken nuggets, and juice. Don't know what the frick you're supposed to get. Alright. Probably the fridge. What? You accidentally licked some of the blood on your face. Now you're thinking of what to pair it up with from here. Thinking of beating over the corpse. Honey, what kind of husband would I be if I didn't know what you were thinking? I think this might be related to the other game. Looking into the fridge, you realize that your cravings couldn't be satisfied with the contents. Could be satisfied with the contents. There's enough in here to make the most questionable meal ever. 3 bottles of soda, okay. 3, 6, 9. 6 tubs of ice cream, 9 boxes of chicken nuggets, and 0 bottles of juice. Alright. Very healthy, yes. Three, 6, 9, 0, okay. That's it. Straightforward, I guess. What else? Alright. Okay. This might be the same character though. Since they're they're cannibalistic. We really should watch it up in here. I don't know what game that I played was related. It might be it's Cabin Fever. We really should watch up in here even. Door's locked. But there's a place to put a code right here. So 3, 6, 9. It worked. The two of you somehow managed to wash all of the blood off your clothing. Off of your clothing. Okay? We're almost done with the crime scene. Now it's just the body you gotta worry about. You and Evan began cauterizing the cashier's wounds with a cigarette lighter. The two of you would much rather not leave the corpse here. Otherwise, it would be too obvious that something sketchy happened. Instead, you just take them, lock the station doors, and dump the body off somewhere. Nice. Triple butts. You feel yourself sweating a bit from the heat. Hey then, don't overexert yourself. Looks like you're honest. I won't. Besides, you know that once we're done, I'll just be lazing around. You know damn well that you probably won't be lazing around. Instead, you'll be thinking about the body count of the next big heist. That would be good. You need to relax a bit after all. And with me to hold everything down, you won't have anything to worry about. I suppose so. Triple butts. Hey, can I ask you something? Of course. Well, you definitely pick out some interesting snacks. Triple butts. Oh hell. Did you realize? You sure as hell didn't want to tell him the news in some shitty gas station. But he's catching on, you think. Being the good wife you are, you can't just lie to him. Or even thinking about if what you're feeling is rational, you blurt. Even, I'm pregnant. Oh well, I wasn't gonna ask that, but... Triple dot. He freezes in place like a malfunctioning machine. He's seen torn organs, bones jutting out of skin, and contorted, bloody limbs. Yet this faces him. Even. I think you're gonna be a mom, and I'm gonna be a dad. And your son's gonna be a murderer. And a cannibal as well, probably. This is... I thought you were just kidding with the cashier. Well, if I'm gonna deal with cramps and morning sickness, I might as well reap the benefits. You two hug and jump right by the cashier's corpse. still like lying there. There's something so morbid about jumping for joy at the thought of giving life, right after taking it away. Oh well, it's not like you or even here. A few weeks later, you and your husband had been thinking about caring for the baby. After a couple of heists and assassinations here and there, you have a shite ton of money. Once you sell the trailer, you'll have more than enough to make sure the baby lives comfortably. Nice. So Ida, how have you been feeling? Pretty good, actually. I'm glad. Sorry about not being here as much lately. It's fine, Evan. It's not like you're away drink. You're away. It's not like you're away just drinking like my own dad. Yeah, right. But I still don't like leaving you here alone. It's the thought that counts. I guess you're right. Still, with this work we do you think the kid will turn out fine? What makes you ask? Says you, a woman with a thirst for blood, a contract and impulse killer. Fine in your mind, sure as hell, isn't what your parents think is fine. Or the rest of the world, for that matter. Rightfully so. Like if we get arrested, what happens to the kid then? That's pretty obvious. They're just gonna get thrown into foster care or something like that. And we won't get to see them grow up. Well, hell, if we ever got sentenced, it would probably last even after our deaths. Hey, the police didn't give a shit when your mom tried to kill you. I don't see why they care all that much now. Yeah, you're right about that. As always, sweetie. Now, if you're so worried about getting caught, I have a plan. First, we stop the constant criminal activity. We stop the constant criminal activity. We have more than enough. We have more than enough money to live comfortably, anyways. And if you want to do it for fun, you need to be extra careful. Then we be the best parents ever. Because if the kid loves us enough and we wind up in prison, they'll be so desperate that they'll break us out. And last but not least, we start with a fresh slate. I like the sound of all of that. Ah, you're too kind. I've been able to think everything we need to do. It'll be simple for the most part. Just we're gonna leave somewhere new. We're gonna leave somewhere new. But I can't for the life of me think of new names. Since you came up with most of the plan, it only makes sense I come up with. Just nothing dumb, please. It's certain things. Heading on the old steering wheel. How about we become Ashley and Everett Howells? Interesting. I like the sound of that. That's the names are close enough to our real names. That it won't be too much of an adjustment. Even nods at you. Happy that you approve. Not that you would disagree with anything that came out of his lovely lips. Now, the first name makes sense. But how do we go from Blackwood to Howell? Triple nuts? It just feels right for us. Maybe it's because your souls are probably hollow. Eh, you know that already. Okay, sure. Eh, you know that already. Not to mention, not to mention that it's pretty far from our original surnames. I don't want to think about the name Black Widow. That's fair. Hallows. I like it. Ashley Hallows and Everett Hallows. Speaking of names, what do you not? Speaking of names, what do you want to name the baby? Well, if the baby's a boy, I like to name him Arthur. He'll be our little kid. If the baby's a girl, and if the baby's a girl, people nuts. You sit in silence for a bit, thinking of what to name your future little princess. I like the name Adalia. Adalia Hallows. I think it might be on another game, probably. I have not played. Yeah, that's a pretty name. For some reason, Adalia Hallows just feels just right. And we all know that you've always been a gut instinct person. Is that it? A few months later. Okay, not done yet. You and Evan flocked to Liberto City, the land of tall buildings, pigeons, and broken dreams. It's far enough from your home city that no one will recognize you. Plus, it's filled to the brim with fellow criminals who will understand your plight. Of course, Libretto City isn't all hunky dory. For one, it's cold, wet, and gluey. Every time it rains, you feel like you're living in a horror film. It's nothing at all like the scalding sunny deserts you leave the metal tin of a trailer in. Because sadly, you can't wear your summer dresses all year. Now you can only wear them during the summer as intended by the designer. Well, it's not summer clothes at all if it's not on summer. Secondly, much like horror films, there's a shite ton of annoying detectives and cops. Probably like something like, what is it? Oliver? I already forgot their name. For a city so riddled with crime, their spirits and determination are quite high. Unfortunately, they are very passionate about their jobs. And third, no matter how much you reassure even, wait, that's not right. Everett. Yeah, Everett Hallows, your husband. No matter how much you reassure Everett that the two of you won't get caught, he still spends the night awake, watching the news. None of these things concern you to warrant living, though. The two of you wind up with a lovely baby girl, Adalia Hallows. She's a lovely girl, high grades, high ambitions, like by pretty much everyone. Everything that you and Everett ever wanted for a child. True, she cheats on most of her tests, wants to become a mafia leader, and threatens people with homicide if they don't like her. What? Homicide or homicide? That would be too much if that's like if they don't like her. But the two of you encourage it. After all, what kids don't dream of strangling each other every now and then? Right? Jesus Christ. Neighbor kids, shut up, Rico. And how could you guys say no to your little girl after all of the denials from your parents? You're no longer the Blackwood family. You're the Hallows family. You love your kid more than either of your parents ever loved you. Isn't that a good thing? Jesus Christ, please stop screaming like Surely she'll go on to be as beautiful as you and as hardworking as her dad. She'll be a good young woman. Maybe. Many more years later. You don't know why the hell you're fighting with your husband again. Why won't you just listen to me? Look, all I'm saying is that you can't threaten to cut people's heads off for so much as looking at me. Okay? But aren't they going to take you from me? Of course not. Either way, you belong to me. That happened when we sealed the deal with the marriage. You know that he's too smart to fire back with something. But he's headstrong enough to mutter something under his breath. Under his breath. Ah, this marriage is nothing at all like the one your parents had. What did you just say? Look, I don't want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. No, what the hell were you saying? Find it. Your parents practically served me on a silver platter to you. There, happy now. Even after I said no to the marriage several times, your parents forced my parents to give me up to you. Thought I'd never catch on? Well, screw you for deciding to marry a detective. And screw him for saying something you already knew. You were the one to ask your parents to make him yours. After all. Okay, so Asher, no, I don't know, I don't remember. Being amazing parents they are, they gave him to you. Just like you deserve. Triple nuts. You need to do them you need them to do a little favor for you right now. Just because you're getting tired of Asher. Mother and father would understand why you're so unhappy like this, after all. Asher doesn't bend to your whims like you want. You thought that maybe you could break him in like a maybe you could break him in like a new pair of shoes. Okay? You could break him in like a new pair of shoes. But it just never stops. Not when you first married him. And certainly not in the 15 years you've been married to him. He's not a good toy anymore. Triple nuts. Hello? Mother. Oh, Adalia, sweetie. How are you? It's been so long. I'm perfectly fine, Mother. Thank you. And how's your little baby? He's fine. He's so well behaved. You know, I don't have to scream and yell at him to make him do as I please. Oh, I knew you'd be such a great mother, Adalia. Granted, you still do yell at your kid. You gotta break him in. You hope he turns into a young man who devotes everything to you. And how's Asher? I was just about to start speaking about my issues with him. He hasn't been satisfying me lately. Oh, Adalia. That's horrible. How can I help? You didn't even need to ask, and she complied. You love your mother. And her favors, of course. I just need you and father to send something over. Something that will teach Asher a lesson about how he should have been a good husband. Castor oil plants. They're so pretty, don't you think? My son has a knack for horticulture. It's like having fun. Ah, I see. She knows that you don't want them for gardening. Castor bean plants produce castor beans. That's the name implies. The blossoms are so pretty that you can just say that it's a houseplant. A very poisonous houseplant at that. After speaking with your dear mother, you're happy. Your life is gonna be perfect now. All thanks to your lovely mother. I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright. It's what you deserve. This is the end of the visual novel. If you like it and want to see the fall out of this plot, check out the Cardinal Park case. Until next time, dear reader. One day. Okay. That's it for That's it. That's it for Road Trip to Hell. Very, very criminal for me. It's pretty perfect. Say like, yep, they're very questionable. So crazy like they changed after all of that. So like, that's the birth of like, and what also happened to like Exorcize Me as well. So yeah, I think that's the same girl. So yeah. Again, pretty hard. Pretty much like builds us a little bit on like the other game, and probably sooner as well to like playing into like the Guardian Park things. Well, if it ever like finishes, I'll play it one day. And that's it for Road Trip to Hell. Again, pretty cool short visual. So that's it for now. That's it for this game. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I've been planning to play this yesterday. I've been like crazily sleeping a lot lately. After it has been like crazy hell. So like that's why I wasn't able to record so hard. Even finished some of my drawings, and I only finished them now. So expect an art process that an art process for this day. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you to another game. So, bye bye, and may stars guide you.